Chilli in the name of.
Like Mike, if I could be like Mike. Oh, if I could be like Mike. Like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
Hello again and welcome to Season 4, Episode 2 of Chilli in the Name of. In this episode I'll be trying 3 sauces by Mikey V's, including I Love Taco Sauce So Much, Sam's Sauce, and Mikey V's Reaper Unleashed. Now these all look really good and I've heard a heap of hype about them, so without any further ado, let's get on it. So the first sauce I'm going to try for you tonight is Mikey V's I Love Taco Sauce So Much, and I'm sure we can all relate to that. Now, while I don't know a lot about this sauce, I know that I can relate very much to the I Love Taco Sauce So Much statement. It's got on the front there a picture of Texas, the Lone Star State, with a flag inside it and a couple of tacos. In terms of consistency, it's quite chunky looking. It's a little bit sort of browny orange. Let's have a go at it. Man, that smells taco-y. It smells really, really herby and spicy. Cumin, garlic, yeah, coriander, a little bit of vinegar in there. Wow. I know I've said a lot of times on this show that this is going to be my taco sauce. The last ones have just been replaced because this is fantastic. It's kind of mild, maybe about a 4 out of 10 for heat. But the flavor in that is fantastic. It's just so rich and so full of beautiful garlic and herbs and spices in there. A little bit smoky. This would go so well with tacos, anything Mexican-y. This is not going to last long in my house, that's for sure. Now the second sauce I'm going to try for you today is Sam's sauce. It says that it's got inside it some black vinegar and yuzu, which is in itself quite interesting, followed by a 7-pot primo, which is pretty hot. It's got a picture on the front of Sam and Mikey, and it's a greenish sort of colour, but it looks quite thick. I can't get any bubbles really to move around in there very much at all. It's got some black flecks through it. You can see some tomatillo seeds in there. Let's give it a crack. Yeah, this one smells a bit vinegary and very herby at the same time. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what's in there, but I can smell garlic, and there's definitely some sourness in there. There's possibly the yuzu vinegar. It's got habanero peppers in there as well as 7 pots. And tomatillos and apple juice. So let's try it. Wow, that's really interesting. The yuzu's right up front on the front of the palate. The garlic, salt, onion, it's in there as well. The 7-pot primo is a lot hotter than the previous one. It got an instant burn across the roof of my mouth and on the soft palate, back of my tongue. Not reacting really like a Reaper, where a Reaper would hit right at the back of the throat. I think the habaneros are burning on the tongue as well, but it's got some really interesting characteristics to it. Out of 10, I would give this a 7.5. It's a lot warmer than the previous one, but it's really delicious, and it's the green. As green sauces go, this is right up there as one of my favorites. So yeah, good work. The third sauce I'm going to try for you today is Mikey V's Reaper Unleashed Carolina Reaper Pepper Sauce. And as you can see, it's a very foreboding looking bottle. It's got the Grim Reaper there, a very stylized Grim Reaper. His head's on fire. He's carrying a scythe. The sauce itself, you can see it's a sort of orangey color. It's got flecks of what I'm assuming are Carolina Reapers in it. In terms of consistency, it's looser than the second one. It's probably more like the first one. It says it has Carolina Reaper peppers and Carolina Reaper powder. So I'm assuming it's going to be very hot. So let's give it a go. It smells very nice. It's quite vinegary in smell. It smells quite hot. In terms of flavour, the Reaper hits straight at the back of the throat. First thing you feel, right at the back of the throat, the plastickiness coats the back of the throat. Not hot on the tongue, not hot on the lips, but you get this pulsation of heat at the back of the throat. I'm also tasting the onions and some vinegar in there, but really, I think it's probably the Carolina Reaper powder. It's really kicking me at the moment. In terms of flavour, it's quite delicious, and those red flecks, it would seem, are actually flecks of oil rather than flecks of Carolina Reaper. That would be the olive oil that's collected all the redness, possibly from the powder itself. In terms of heat, I'll give this a 10, a solid 10. Mate, I could try this on the chicken wings. I reckon it'd be fantastic. But yeah, it's a really good, really different sort of way of using the Reaper. It's really hot, but the oil and it's got a carrier to it. Seems to just make it just that little bit more delicious. So yeah, fantastic. So there you have it, folks. 3 sauces by Mikey V's. If I had to choose one, I'd probably say my favourite in terms of flavour is I love taco sauce so much. It really lives up to its name. It's a really great taco sauce. In terms of Reaper Unleashed is exactly what it says. It's really hot. It's reapery. It's yeah, not to be trifled with, but it's very delicious at the same time. And Sam's sauce is a really good collaboration between two really good sauce makers there. Yeah, I think they're all really good, and I'm so happy that I could actually get these. Thanks again to Brian McNeil for sending these across to me. Your contributions are always welcome. But yeah, really good work there, Mikey V. So if you can get Mikey V sauce, especially in Australia, I would jump on that. But if you can't, I look forward to seeing you in another episode. Until then, see you later.
Chilli in the name of